barrage of news coming from the president and his administration today. 2 presidential retweets lighting up social media, including this one you see here from the president showing a CNN reporter getting run over by the, quote, Trump train.
And then there's this one, the president retweeting a known conspiracy theorist. Jack Posobiec has promoted unfounded stories about murder and child sex trafficking being orchestrated by the Democratic National Committee. That first retweet was deleted. The White House says it was inadvertently posted.
Meanwhile, we are learning the Trump administration will bring a controversial debate front and center to Miami tomorrow. Attorney General Jeff Sessions scheduled to speak at Port Miami tomorrow afternoon about sanctuary cities. The Justice Department says he will highlight the contrast between jurisdictions that do not cooperate with the federal government to enforce immigration laws and those like Miami-Dade that have recently increased their level of cooperation. He'll be joined by the Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
And there's much more from the Trump administration this noon. Brooke Silva Braga is live in New York, where the president spent his first night at home since his inauguration. Brooke.
Good afternoon, Eugene and Mary Bell. Right, well, as all that happens, he is here, and as you can see, the area around Trump Tower just about on lockdown. Sanitation trucks surround the building. Access to the sidewalks has been restricted. Those security challenges are one of the reasons the president has said he hasn't returned back here, but last night he tweeted, "It feels good to be home after 7 months." President Trump awoke in New York City this morning for the first time since his inauguration. The president arrived last night and was met with both supporters and protesters outside Trump Tower. Protesters are angry he waited 2 days to explicitly condemn white supremacist groups that gathered in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists.
Last night, the CEOs of Intel and Under Armour announced they're leaving the president's American Manufacturing Council. They follow Kenneth Frazier, the head of Merck, who left because of the president's initial response to Charlottesville. The president will host an infrastructure discussion later this afternoon, but many political watchers are focused on another possible shakeup back in Washington. Multiple sources tell CBS News Trump's chief political strategist, Steve Bannon's job is in serious jeopardy because Trump's chief of staff, John Kelly, is working to restore order in the White House. And in a tweet this morning, President Trump appeared to endorse the possibility of a pardon for former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio. The 85-year-old was convicted of illegally detaining Latinos because he suspected them of being undocumented immigrants. And the president just sent another tweet writing, "For every CEO that drops out of the Manufacturing Council, I have many to take their place. Grandstanders should not have gone." The president is due to speak just behind us at Trump Tower around 4 p.m.